Okay guys, welcome back. Alright, I just pulled around my 2017 F250 and we're going to be pulling off the 2.5-inch leveling kit to prepare it to bring back to the dealership. Okay, I've only got a few pieces to do now. I gotta remove this spacer. I need to remove this spacer. I need to remove, well, that, but that's... And then I need to remove this spacer as well as this spacer on both sides. I'm going to intend, so I've got the truck jacked up on the frame, and I'm going to open up, or I'm going to pull off this tire when I'm ready, and I'm going to set blocks underneath it and lower the axle enough to be able to get that spring off. However, I did scrap the original, the adjustable steering link, yeah, I forget what it's called. Anyways, so I'm just going to have to adjust that back to stock. But that shouldn't be too big of an issue. Okay, so on this side, I've got the bump stop removed, got the coil spacer removed, I got the shock extension removed, the sway bar link is undone, and waiting to go back in once I lift this back up. This should keep everything in place. I still need to remove that bracket, that the frame is on jack stands and the axle is swinging freely on our radius arms or whatever they're called, I guess. Yep, I'm gonna finish getting this put back up, or put back together. At least getting the suspension together, and then I'm gonna remove the bolts from the sway bar link drop, and then jack it all back up and get it back in place. We still have to adjust our whatever that is called. Yep, alright, get back to it. Okay, so I got, I can't see, there we go. Okay, we got the lower shock extension off. I've got the bump, the stop off, but I need the shorter bolt for it before I can put it back on. I have the brace removed for the brake lines. I believe that is it for this side. Oh, and I removed the coil spacer and got that back in. Here is what it looks like on the other side. Here, so this is driver's side, where we still have the bump stop and extension on. We still have the coil spacer and the shock extension and the bracket for the brake line. Let's get that side off. Okay guys, I got all the spacers off, and I've got them over here in a pile now. However, when I was taking off the sway bar, one of the kind of nut certs or flag studs or flag bolts or whatever you want to call it broke. So I called around the dealerships and none of them actually have any available. So I'm actually going to go to the hardware store and buy some epoxy and try to epoxy it together so that it'll hold so I can get it back together. If that doesn't work, I'll have to hold in the sway bar with one bolt on one side, which I don't think it'd be the end of the world, but I'd prefer not to if I can get avoid it. So all I gotta do is come back and tighten the bar that I had to adjust. I didn't get that on video for you guys, but I made the bar, the adjustable bar, as short as it can go, which should be back to stock length. And then once I get that nut cert, I can throw the sway bar back on, and then I'll be good to go. I'll start cleaning out the inside of the truck and getting all my stuff out. So I'll catch you guys soon. Oh, I gotta run to the store, and I gotta buy a couple bolts for the bump stops. I need a shorter bolt. I don't know what happened to the ones. I replaced them with long ones for the extension. So I need to get bolts for that, as well as the epoxy for this other bolt. I'll catch you soon. Okay, hey guys, so a lot happened. I took off to go get bolts and to find a flag nut. Wasn't able to find a flag nut. I was able to get bolts, so I went ahead and got the bolts. I put the bump stops back on. I went ahead and I got the sway bar reattached, and I've been adjusting the steering, trying to get the steering wheel back to straight because it was super crooked. So here we got the steering wheel pretty straight now, with the tires pretty straight still. Everything got this all done. I got the brake, oh, it's getting dark. I got the bracket put back on, the sway bar back on. The axle is still center. And like I said, I've just been adjusting the steering. Underneath here, let's see if we can see it. I can't see anything up there, okay. But there's just a collar underneath there that you spin one way or the other, and it rotates the steering wheel back and forth. So basically just drove back and forth down the driveway to get the wheels centered, and then been rotating the steering wheel trying to get it as close to straight as possible. Oh man, I got the virus. Okay. So there's still two things that I have to wrap up. I need to tighten the collar for the steering. I also need to tighten the collar for the, what's it called? I don't know. It's the pivot arm, or it's not the pivot arm because that's on the steering box. It's the bar that connects the steering or the axle to the frame. There's a bar that goes from one side on the frame to the axle on the other side, kind of holds it in place and keeps the truck center. I'm just holding off for doing that until I know everything is good. Alright, so I think that's it. I'm going to try to do an outro. Thanks guys for watching. Stay tuned for the truck. I'll take you guys to CarMax the best I can, just show you guys what quote they give me and see how much they're going to give me. I also got another friend out looking to see if we can sell it to somebody for more, so more coming up on that. But the whole point of bringing this back to stock is to take it back to CarMax and see if I get more than my original offer. So let's see if we do that. I still need to give it a bath. I still need to clean it up. But I'll go ahead and do that, and I'll get back to you guys. Thanks for watching. Check you next time.